Let me enjoy my coffee. Well, everything gets set up. Um, all right. What are we doing today? Today we are going. Let's go here. And let me get actually. Let me copy this here. There you go. And also, let me get the chat. Nice. All right. So last night we made some good progress on the version 2 of Goengs, my next plugin for Go, and I learned a lot. I learned that I knew I knew nothing. Um, but jokes aside, what is the main focus for today? What is what we need to fix to have unstable beta version of P2 of Goengs? Well, the original repo, the way it works is that it was focused on finding the main.go file for the build. We are focusing on the build. The other operations were just fine, but the build, um, you have to find the main.go and then you were building on top of that main.go file. And this has a few issues. Let me lower a little bit my volume here. That has a few issues, but one of the issues is that it is not designed to run go build main.go to do go build dot, right, like in the current folder or something like that, or even go build dot slash dot dot dot. All those three operations have different connotations. What are the main difference here? So when you do go main go, it will just focus on that file, and it will not take into consideration the other packages of that module. And that can fail, right? If you need something from outside inside of that main.go, that will fail. Then you have the go build dot, right? And you need to run that on the folder, on the root of the folder where the main.go file lives. And that is great. That will just build everything for that particular mango binary, and everything will work. What happens when you have the go build dot slash dot dot dot, right? So what that will do is, if you run that in the root of the module where the go dot mod file is, it will find at any def all the main.go with package main files, all the binaries, and it will build it. It will build it great, but uh, there is a problem. That if you try to output that with a particular name, you cannot do that for the file name. You can only determine the folder. You should try to put a file name, even if there is a single binary, it will fail. It will throw an error saying, "Hey, you're trying to put one name to too many things, right? And you're trying to put it on the same folder. Therefore, there's going to be a conflict." Now, that is, to be honest, the strategy I would like to follow because it simplifies things, right? You usually, when you're talking about an X, you work at the package level. And in this case, a package is determined by the go.module. If you don't And the easiest way to work with that is using uh, the gold build dot slash dot dot dot, right? So I'm going to sacrifice the ability to name the output files with the ability of being able to actually run the command once and build everything and don't have to worry too much. So basically the strategy I'm following is strong defaults, that it just works, gives you everything that you need. And if you need to go advanced, then I will give you more tools. So what those tools are, well, in that particular case, I will bring back the main.go file. That before it was an option, I remove it on this beta, on one of these beta versions going to V2, because I didn't want to have that. So I will bring that back. But instead of running the gold bill over the main.go file, I will find the main.go file. Okay, that's interesting. Before I was finding the main.go file. But the original repo, the one I took inspiration from, they didn't do that. You actually have to pass in the main.go file, sorry. So in this particular case, I will roll back to that, but instead of running go build over that file, I will just run it god build dot or just god build, but I will use the current working directory to run the command, the folder that contains that file. But that is not the initial solution. That is going to be a follow-up. Now, I have to do something similar for the run command as well, because you have multiple binaries. I actually don't know what happens there. Let's start there. Let's start researching that. Okay. Let's split the work for today. First, I'm going to make it build the default with go build dot slash dot dot dot, and I'm going to ignore. I'm going to just select the. I'm going to just select the output folder, but not the output name, and that's going to be a stable version that is going to work. Version 2, or the next iteration, is okay. I'm going to define the main.go as a something that you can pass in as an argument, and I will use that as the current working directory to run the good bill and go serve and all of that. So that's the plan. Let's actually let's get back to the code 1 second here. Actually, I'm going to go to here. Okay, let's go. All right. So let's do this. The first thing is going to be make output, make dir folder. No, not dir, this folder. Match the root of the workspace, because that's the problem we had before, or yesterday, that we were putting the this folder inside each one of the projects, and you can have that. I don't have an issue with that, but it's not the standard way of working with NX. So I'm going to do a mashup there with standards of NX and standards of Go. And I think that is very useful to have a root this folder, because then you can, when you are deploying, you can just find things very easily. Just everything is just there. But anyways, make this folder match the root of the workspace. That is step number 1. I think that's everything I need, to be honest, to make everything work. Yeah, test that go build works with example projects. Okay, what is the next things I want to try? I want to try it. What happens is you run on a module that has multiple binaries. Interesting about what that will do. And finally, restore main file as an option for build and serve. And use that path to run as the current working directory for the go build and go serve commands. Okay, that is the plan. That is the plan. Okay, let's start with the first one. Actually, here we just need to make some the end-to-end to pass. To be honest, that's all we need. What is this? This is application. This is the end-to-end test. Let me add a hook to it, and this is the executor. Okay. All right. So here, when I determine the output path, this should be something like const default. Going to destroy the default here. Const default path is going to be join workspace root with this project root. Okay. But what is this? What is the project root containing? The workspace root, sorry. Okay, so it is joining the workspace root with this and the project root, whatever. Add the extension. That's interesting because that extension. Oh, okay, got it. And the extension. Okay, and now I can actually say custom path or default path. Much cleaner. And with that, okay, I lost focus here. And I think that's good enough. Let me see if I can make this work for me. Oh, okay, I'm in the wrong. Let me just copy all of this. Let me go back. Oh no, actually, I can do this better because I'm not in the right rep set on the Jiu-Jitsu rep set that I want to be, and the one above I want to move this to the one below. So what I'm going to do is GG squash squash dash I, and I'm going to say I don't This is what I want. And let me see what you have. Yeah. I want this as well. Okay, move this to below. Cool. Now if I do GG and I do GG show, it's only this thing that I probably will not use, to be honest. Actually, yeah, let's go GG edit, add minus, and do GG abandon, add plus. Cool. So now I lost the one above, I am the one below. If I do GG show, I have exactly what I was working on. So I have the yeah, some changes there, and then all this last thing I added. Okay, let's go back here, and let's just make sure that we are passing things in the right order when we are building the output path. Build okay, where are you calling this? Okay, build output path, context root. This is the root of the workspace. In theory, that should be the correct value, the value that we need. And then all of these. Cool. But let's try it out. Let's run nx run gongs end to end. I think that okay, I will try with this, but I'm probably going to need the end to end to actually get the values that I'm trying to investigate. Um, okay, everything run. And if I go above console.log, okay, no. Okay, I have to run the end-to-ends. NX, run, gonengs, end-to-end. Huh, there you okay. I have to run the end-to-ends to see what is the value of this. But this is not working. Now the question is, do I have to go? My baby's invading the office. And my baby girl is invading the office. Okay. Anyways, so we have the workspace root, and that the problem is that probably what we need to do is this join. Maybe if this is not absolute, maybe, and we are in the current working directory of something that is nested, this may not work. We might need to get the relative of this. Right, so we might need to do something like relative of this, and then out of that do the join. That's what I'm thinking. I never run that. Okay, let's try this now. I'm going to try with this version because I know that the other one doesn't work. So let's try this now. And okay, go build fail. Why go build fails? Oh, because I haven't import relative. You know that I'm losing my. Okay, let me hook this. Let me close. Let me open again because I feel that I'm not getting my Season 3. I'm not getting my autocompletion. Okay, now I'm getting. Oh, I disabled for the documents. That's it. Silly me. Okay, relative and okay, I need two paths. Okay, let's get the relative of the relative goes from to 2. Okay, so it will be the relative of the project.root to the workspace root. Let's see how that plays. Okay. Let's see. In the meantime, let me check. Let me check the chats. Okay. This takes a while. Let's actually, while we wait, let's see what's going on. Okay, what happens? Go run with multiple binaries. Okay, you will get an error. Yeah. So the go build dot slash dot 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 will work for most cases. We'll always work with this implementation we are creating, but the go run will only work when there is a single package. So that kind of answers our questions of what to do, right? In that case, we need to handle that case to mark this as completed. Okay, I think that this is. If I go up, I'm probably going to have already my printing somewhere. Okay, let it finish. Okay, if I close this, okay, where are my logs? Okay, here are my logs. No, this is the build. This is the build, and then this is where this hits, and then okay, it fails, but it's not giving me the logs. What? It's not giving me the logs. Why? Let's try again with verbose. Yeah, let's try with CI and let's try with verbose. I don't know what CI will do in this case, so let's just try verbose. Okay. This is a way game. We have to check. But it is interesting that even with that scene that I did, it's still not finding it. That's very interesting. I wonder what else can I do. But I need data. I need data to be able to move on. Okay, let's try to think this through. We are building the output path. We are in the workspace root, we have the project root, and we have a custom path. Now, what happens is that this will be built. When this runs, it will be built from the project root. That's why I'm calculating the relative path between the project root, from the project root to the workspace root, right? Like it will be dot dot slash dot dot, whatever it needs. And then I add appending this, the project root name, and the extension. Okay, I cannot use the extension. This is wrong. I have to append the extension to every output. Yeah, this is wrong. That may be it, to be honest. Let's see if we have some logs here to help. Okay. I swear that I was getting console.logs yesterday, but today I don't have any. Which is, at the very least, that's interesting. Oh, I removed the console.log from here. Oh, there you go. That's why I wasn't getting any. That's what I wasn't getting any. Okay. Let's do one more thing. Let's remove this. This one is not being called. Clearly. So let's do, well, maybe if I call that with verbose, I will see it. But okay. Anyways, I want to do this. I don't want the extension because, well, in theory, I should not have an extension because I am not using that platform on the end-to-end test, so still should work. But maybe I need to do something like this. Okay, let's try it out. I don't need verbose, to be honest. Let's try again. And while that takes a second to run, let's see how the war is doing. Okay. Ballistic missiles attacks. Okay, it seems like US is already getting into it. Ground missile strike others anger. Yeah. Netanyahu, I think that he's just, every time that things get hit for him inside the country, he just start attacking people. Um, what an ugly situation. Okay, yeah, things definitely are escalating. Well, damn. Okay, let's see how our test runs. Um, let's see how everything. Okay, yeah, we have results. Let's go. So we have here is editor config, blah blah blah. Okay, we are not longer creating the this folder on the project root, which is partially good. And we're still getting false. And we do have a this folder. Okay. No, I didn't read that correctly. Go work, go app, node modules, nx.json, package.json, package.json. Okay, that's the root. So the root doesn't have it. The project still has it. For some reason, I'm still creating this folder on the project instead of on the root. Why? But why? Maybe it's a problem with the go work. Let's do this. Let's move this to the one that doesn't have the go work. Describe with go work without the go work. Okay. Okay, and here we build, and after build, I'm going to say this. It should going to log both scenes, and then I'm going to say, okay, it should have in the root it should have a this folder go up. Actually, it's not a file, it's a folder or a directory. It's a directory. What? Sorry. Okay, directory exists. And this is on the without. Okay. So directory exists. Still not true. Still not true. But this is more accurate of a test. Let's review our logic again. So we have a default pass. The custom path is not being passed in, just the default path. Let's guarantee that that's true. Custom path. Let's go to here and say, okay, are we passing the custom path anywhere? We are not. We are not. Therefore, that's fine. So we are not passing the custom path, we're using the default path, which is a join of calculate the relative from the project root to the workspace root. And append this to it, right? Which at this point, I don't think I need that. Okay, this seems to be working for me. Oh, okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. That's cool. Let's just make this just in case something, yeah, for whatever reason, this is an empty string. Let's just do this. Okay, let's try it out again. I wish there was a simple way to test this out. Yeah. Can I just run the... Okay, what is this? This is what is the executor? It's just so I can determine what to run. How can I do that? Just specific file. Okay, you can just do dash dash and then the name. Okay, cool. And the name is this one, so dash dash and something like that. Let's see if that works. We are stuck in such a silly scene. I just want to move on to more interesting stuff. Come on. Let me start cleaning up everything here for this. Git receipt dash dash hard. Git clean dash ft. Git clean dash ft. Okay. This is great, and this one just has the... Oh, actually, yeah, I do have some. Okay, let's clean this up. Let's clean both up. Okay, cool. And let's just init both. Let's start doing that. And X init here, and X init here. Skip for now, skip for now. Cool. Let's go back here. It fails, nice. Well, not nice, but... and what do we have? We have... this is not true. There is no such directory. And what are the console logs saying? This is the root of the folder, and there is no this in there, but it's one here. So it's still putting in on the project root. Okay. Okay. Let's try something different. What is the default path? Oh, damn. Oh, no, this is correct. build output path, and then I pass the context route, the workspace, the project route, and then the default output path. That makes sense to me. I wish I could sneak into this. Let's try. Let's try to do that. Because to be honest, this looks good to me. Let's invoke AI a little bit. Why not? Uh, implementation. This folder is being created in the project's root instead of the workspace root. Making the goings end-to-end test for the application fail. Why? Okay, let's let the AI do its stuff, because I can use the help, to be honest, on this one. And in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're actually going to log. We're going to log several things. We're going to log the default path. We're going to log the custom path, and we are going to log the workspace route. We're going to log all that, and we're going to go to the application.json, and we are going to run the build with verbose. And we are going to log the build results, actually. I might not even need the verbose. Let's try without the verbose, because I feel that if I just have the console.log, this will work. Okay, let's go here and let's do nx from that. I have to go today. I'm going to try to find a gym, because I have a gym right by my, just crossing the street, but it's more like it's a club, right? So you have a lot of things. Have swimming pools, which I would love to use, but they're always full, and I don't like that. At any time, it's crazy. You can go at any time; it's always full. Well, I have to try maybe some weird time, like 3 p.m. or something like that. But yeah, that's also a bad time for me, right? But I tried at opening. I tried at night, always full. But anyway, so I just want to go and do uh, some some lifting, something like that. But it doesn't really. It's not really a good uh, price for the money when the only thing that you're doing is that. Because they actually charging you for everything else, like basketball courts. Yeah, there is a lot, but it is so convenient. It's just it's just crossing. It's like I don't. It's not even 1 block away. But there is one that is like 2 blocks away. That is a CrossFit, and if they have some kind of training schedule there that is not just me going crazy there, and they have someone to guide me, I would probably get in there. So I have to go to that today, and I also have to go to a physical office uh, of my internet provider, because they have I cannot change my plan through the web because my ID is my old ID and is with my passport, but my account is done with the new account was done with my ID, so now it's broken. I cannot find me. So yeah, always fun. I have to do that today as well at some point. Okay, console.log of the build. What we have dodos slash this slash go up blah 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 this. Okay, so this is the default, which is what I'm expecting. Then you have this, which is the oh, it has a custom path. This is so annoying. Why does it have a custom path? See? Oh boy. Yeah. You yeah, the I never was able to even log in. I'm not going to log in there. But okay, we know what this problem is. Everything is fine from what we are doing, to be honest. And I can simplify things a lot. So this should work. This should work as it is. And I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to put this as well here on the other build. Let's go build and my baby again. Okay, give me the next one. Okay, cool. So this is the next one. I'm going to do the same thing here. So this both should be working. Redir sync. Okay, redir sync no, because we are not logging anymore. But we need to find where I am passing the output pass here. Where I am passing that output path. What is my configuration? Ensure run an X. Is the default maybe? Build targets. Oh, is the default? God damn. The default is the one that is killing me here. Huh. Oh boy. Okay, I cannot have a default. Or can I have can I use just root? Okay, maybe I don't need to calculate a default then if I already have. Well, yeah, because this can be overwritten. I'm going to just delete this. Yeah, I just not have any default. I'm just going to have no defaults. Yeah, that is going to simplify things. Okay, if I go back now and I go to, let's go here, let's simplify all of this. I don't need this, and I going to default path, yes, and here I don't need this. It's just this because it's absolute. We verify that. Okay, so it's going to be workspace roots. This one, I'm going to add this slash. I feel that is going to come handy. Just in case. And then the extension, right. The extension. let's do this. We need to do a function that, yeah, I cannot use the extension in this case. When it works like this, I cannot do that. The only thing I can do is add the extension afterwards. Right? After the build is done. So I have to go to the build executor, and here I have this default that is going to execute the command. And actually what I need to do is I'm going to create a new function here, which is going to be add extension to output files, right? And what are we going to receive? We're going to receive, well, process platform. Okay, that's not even true, because in theory from Go you can create like files to different platforms. And am that right? Is you just running build by default? Yeah, sure, you cannot, but you can pass the platform, I think. Let's check this out. Go build to a different architecture. Building securely for different architectures. Okay, so you can go target OS, tag architecture. Right. So you can build something for Android. See? Yeah, so the extension doesn't make so much sense. They were trying to be a bit. This is some inherited code that I received from the other project, but yeah. Oh, maybe the platform. Okay, what is the process platform property return string defined the operating system platform for which the Node.js binary was compiled. Currently, possible values are all of that. The value Android may not be returned if Node.js is built. Yeah, I don't think that is going to do what we are expecting it to do. So I'm going to remove the extension for now. I'm going to just forget about it. It's just going to make things harder for now. So I just yeah, moving away from that. Cool. Let's find some more move music. Where is it? Give me. Okay, let's go to the song right radio, and let's go with this. Okay, and let's get back to the code. Okay, so that should be enough. Now if I run this, well, yeah, just that. Now it should work. Let's sync. Now it should work. Okay, what is the next step? The next step is, okay, let's go back to our list of actions for today. Make this folder mesh. Let's make it like this. I think that is possible done. Okay. Okay. So potentially, is it like this? I think it's like this, right? I don't remember. Make this folder match the root of the workspace. Test that Go build works with example projects. Yeah, for that we need to create a new version, which is fine. Test what happened if you run God run. Yeah, I think we didn't test this, but we did research it, so let's assume that Gemini tell the truth. And then restore main file as an option for build. Yeah, this is what we need to build next. Okay. How are you doing? There you go. There you go. Okay, we are good. So let's prepare this. GG. Make the this folder in the workspace root. Yes. Let me actually take a look at these changes here. So we have this. Now I pass in the root and passing the root, and then I using that root to calculate the default, and I removing the extension, and I and I'm adding that slash there. Yeah, this is fine. Then the build, removing the default, and the application spec test that we are actually putting the scenes where it should be. Okay, everything looks fine. So if I do GG again, I'm now ready to do GG squash without the I because I just want all the changes. So if we do GG again, make the this folder in the workspace root, it is done. Shall we test this or shall we continue working here? I feel that let's just continue working here and make everything perfect and then just go and test it out to remove iterations. Okay, so squash workflow, GG, we have a new empty. Let's describe this. And what do we want to do here? So we want to, let me go. Let me go here, let me do this. Let me get this. Restore main file as an option. Okay. Feed allow to specify the dir of the main file. Of the binary, yeah. Of the binary, yeah. Huh, okay. One question. Does it have to be named main? Does it have to be named main? Okay. Multiple binaries per module Golang. It is possible. Create separated subdirectories for each directory. Decide binary. Each of these subdirectories will contain a main.go file with a package main declaration. Okay, so it has to be a main.go. That's the convention. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. Okay, let's actually do one more thing. Allow to specify the dir of the main file. Main.go file for build and serve. Something like that. Naming is hard. I hate naming, but and now we are going to create a new empty one on top of this one so we can squash when we are happy with the results. Okay, cool. That said, yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's start building this. What we are going to do is let's go to the schema and let's actually, yeah, restore the main file. Pass to the file containing the main function to the main.go file. Containing the main function. I don't like this description. Pass to the main.go file. Pass to the main.go file defining the binary. A little better, but yeah, not perfect, but you know. Okay, so I have this, is a file, it has to be main.go, and everything else remain the same. Let's go here and let's do something similar. Cool. And then let's go to the executor. Okay, and I need to pass that in, so I need to pass this. Okay, a build output path. I'm going to keep the output path like this. I'm going to keep it like that. And what I'm going to do is here I need to change how we build this. Okay, so okay, project name, project root. Okay. If okay, if options don't main, what I'm going to do here. So if the main.go file is specified, we want to use its root is directory as the CWD. Cool. And I need to figure out if it exists too. So, and no exists. How do I do that? I used to do that. Let me see my reflog. I think I can see the file. Go git history f. Okay. How do I navigate inside of that? Yeah, I always hate this because if I click enter, it will just move me to that revision. Yeah, I think that lazy git is my best option here, but yeah, it's not great for this. Well, okay, let's try to find out. Build executor. Okay, it's just that. So this is not really the one I'm looking for. It's probably this one. Build. Okay, I think this is the one. And then options main. If not main file, I will try to find it. And if there was a main file, and I didn't try to check if it exists or not. Okay, let's do that here because we actually have to kind of check that. Okay, file exists. And project root options main. Do we expect it to be an absolute path? I think so. I think so. I think that we are expecting it to be an absolute path, to be honest. So I'm just going to invoke this like this. Okay. If not file exists, I'm going to throw a new error. Or let's make it relative, right? Because it has to be inside of the project root. Okay. And let's actually change that, right? Let's specify this like relative paths to the main.go file from the project root. Okay, like that. Okay, so you're going to join it. If it's not there, everything is bad. And if it's there, we're going to get okay, so let drum path or something like that. I don't know how to call that. And the default is this one. And if options.main. So yeah, let's just create two different if here. If no file exists, maybe I'm missing a parenthesis here, which is an extra here. Okay, something like this. If it exists, I'm going to say that room path is going to be just this, right? And I'm going to use this here. Okay, now I need to determine the current working directory. Actually, let's do this. Const subfunction. I don't know what. Okay, what is the thing with const? Can we just Convert to name function. Thank you. I prefer functions if I can. Extract main file. Well, executor CWD. Yeah, let's just do CWD. And what will we receive here? We're going to receive the options and the context, both scenes. Right. So basically what we need to do here is if options.main, yeah, something like this. And this is perfect because this is relative, right? Okay. Otherwise, we're going to just return options dot extract extract project root from context. Okay. Let me just ask the AI to document this. It's a bit too much, maybe, but okay. And now I'm going to use that here. And I'm going to pass the options and the context. Okay, beautiful. So here I have my current working directory. I need to do some, I'm going to move these checks. I'm going to move them above. So if the projects, yeah, this is going to be simple. If options.main, I'm going to just say this. Otherwise, I'm going to do this. Yeah, that makes things simple. This is going to be a const because I'm not going to do any of the checks here. I'm going to move these checks to a different place. So basically this. Nice. So if options on main and project roots, let me just put this here. Okay. If it doesn't exist, I'm just going to throw. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you the project name. Okay, cool. So if it doesn't exist, I'm going to throw. Otherwise, I'm going to find the path for that. And that is the current working directory. Otherwise, the current working directory is the project root. Nice. That looks fine for me. Let's write test for this, which I hate. I probably get the AI to do this while I work on the serve. Okay, yeah, let's ask the AI to do this. I have to EC eCloud. Yeah, I have to log in. And let me actually change my screen just in case something leaks. I have to log in. Okay, I have a Mojito cam. Where is it? This way. The Mojito cam. Okay, so we need to log in to be able to use the AI, but it is not working. Okay, let me kill that. And let's create a new one. Actually, not there. Okay, what the hell? Okay. Seems to be failing. Google Cloud having issues again? Hmm. I really don't want to write those tests myself. Okay, let's try open code. Let's try open code. 2. There you go. Okay, let's try this up. Oops. Okay, so I just added support for passing the main.go file option for the gongs build executor. Let's write some unit and end-to-end test for that, because I don't really want to do that. Let's go back to our serve now, and we need to do something similar. So if I copy this, actually, if I just go to, no, let me go here and let me copy this. Okay, if I go back, pass to the file containing the main function. Nah, let's keep the one I got here. Okay, nice. Restore that. And then here my executor have to do something very similar to this. Need to get this function. To be honest, at this point, this seems like something that we can. Yeah, let's move these to our utils. Go breach, maybe. Okay, so this can be the build, or it can be the serve. Okay, and the context is the same. Struct project root. File exists. And this is an exported function. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the build executor and we need to import this. Okay, beautiful. So now I can basically reuse that. Let's do side by side. Hey, Hoagie. All good, man. Or girl, sorry. All good, all good. Just building an NX plugin for Go to make Go monorepos really rock. I try. I have a regular job, so sometimes I cannot do it, but I try to at least stream every day. On weekdays, I usually stream on the nights, my time. I am 1 hour ahead of Eastern, so I try to stream every night, or at least, yeah. Again, emphasis on the try. And today, since today is a holiday in the US and in my country, I'm going to be streaming a lot today. But yeah, when I stream daily, it's mostly at nights. Probably I will try to shift that to day. It is my passion. Yeah, I really enjoy doing this. So to be honest, my passion is building stuff, and open source is where I spend most of the time working on that passion. But streaming what I do in it is even cooler, right? So that's what I try to do it. What I will do daily is work on open source and side projects and ideas and all of that. So that is 100% daily task, but streaming about it depends more on time capabilities, right? Because I can, when I'm working on my projects, I can work on them for a short period of time. But if I go into stream, it's because I can allocate enough time to do it, like minimum 1 hour. I'm from Uruguay. Originally from Cuba, but living in Uruguay now. Uruguayan citizen. Okay, so what do we have here? Nah, don't worry. I will not ban you. If I don't detect a bot, I will not ban you. You are doing your entrepreneurship, selling your art, and all of that. So it's silly to people that ban people like you. I actually like recognize your work, right? However, I will not I will not hire you because this is a hobby. It's like, yeah, not something I going to spend too much time, and I like the minimal stuff. So that's it. If that change, I will definitely reach you out. But yeah, not right now, man. Thank you. Okay, cool. What do I need? I need to do the same thing on serve that I do on build. Is that what I'm doing? Not yet, right? Okay, let's go to the executor and build params. Okay, I don't need the output path, but okay, let me move this up. I do need to change this. Okay, so ROM path. I need to change this. I need to change this, and I need to use here the ROM path. Give me a second. Give me a second. I do have a Discord, but I don't have the link at hand, I think. Oh, it is on my project. Wait a second. It's on GitHub. It's on GitHub. I know I share it there some moment in a PR, I think. GitHub, Naxo open source. I know that there was a PR here where I share it because I have it closed now. close. It was an issue. Yeah, it was an issue. Close issue. Go node path. Yeah, I think it was this one. And I say so where this is my Discord. All right, let me share it here. Cool. Let me share it on Twitch and YouTube as well. On X, I mean. Is this X? Yeah, this is X. This is X. Let me share it there. Cool. Cool. Yeah, cool. That's it. Let's go back to code. Okay, so now I'm running from the ROM, using the correct ROM path, but I'm missing the. Let's get me back here again. I'm missing the. I'm missing this one. Okay. Okay, nice. Nice. And what is that I don't need? Let me just remove everything that I don't need. Okay, let's check what OpenCode is doing. What are you doing, OpenCode? I cannot. Interesting. I cannot read what is above. How do I navigate? Come on. Maybe it's a terminal. Maybe it's a problem with my terminal. Uh, okay. If I do okay, if I do command U, it does work. Okay, that's beautiful, actually. Okay, let's share. Yeah, share doesn't work. Okay. Anyways, abortion. Okay, I just added support. Okay, I will help. Let me first examine the current code to understand the implementation and existing patterns. Examine go on X, rep. Yeah, this is my problem with OpenCode, and I don't know. Maybe it's this version. Maybe I need to get the new version. But I feel like it just quit on me sometimes. Okay, let me see if I get the latest version. Okay, so grading to 195. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. I just added a new option to the build executor. Main file directly. I already put the Discord on chat. Can you add the I just added a new option to the build executor to use main file directly. Can you use the add uh okay, sorry. Can you write units and end-to-end test for this? And actually is more than the build, is also the serve now. Let's see if it works. I don't have too many hopes, to be honest. Application. Okay. Custom main file. Let's see, let's see. Let me roll back this. Okay. It is working. It is working. Okay. Let him cook. That said, what else do I have to do? I think that's it, right? So if I go to my list, yeah, that's it. Okay, let's check. Let's change the documentation. Build MD. Okay. Pass to the file containing the main function, which is optional. So pass to the file containing the main logo binary. Yes, something like that. Auto discovery is still not true. I'm not doing auto discovery anymore. This is not true. Work with nested Go packages, not just at the root level. That's not interesting. Okay, cool. So this is back, and now I'm going to do the same for serve. So let me roll back. Okay, yeah. I actually need this. auto discovery is false. And I need... Okay, and if I go to build and I do undo to do all this, actually let me just copy this line and let me do undo. I feel that I mess up here. Let me restore that and let me just add this line here. Okay, beautiful. That's all I need. Let me go to the README now. Let me hide the diagnostics. Let me just change this. Stop using the main.go as the target. No. That's your username. Okay. Yeah, I will find you later, man. Stop using the main.go as the targets. And then... Stop using main.go as the target for the build and serve executor. Instead, use the go mode file to determine the project root. Instead, use the main.go dir to capture the context. I don't have Discord open right now, but I will after this stream. Don't worry about it. Remove the NX generator. We plan to support blah 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 blah. Remove the creation of co-work. I think that this makes sense. Yeah. Do I mention main again in another place? Yeah, I think that's it. Let's see what the AI has done for us. Oh, is it me or is just stopping? Is it me? Okay, okay, it did since. It did since. AI retry error fail. After 3 attempts, last error, this request will exceed the rate limit for your organization. Input tokens per minute. For details can refer to... Huh. Hey, say for the following. Oh, okay, there we go. Bots are landing. This one I banning. Yeah, man. Don't worry. I will do it after this stream. Give you my word. I have this recorded, so I will find it even if the chat is clear. Okay, so this can somehow fail. Try. I didn't knew that I have a limit. Okay, AI battles. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can make these two work. It's completely broken. It's completely broken to the point that, yeah, completely broken. Okay. Never mind. I guess I'm writing the test myself. I guess that I'm writing the test myself. Okay. Huh. I guess this is going to fail. I guess this is failing. So if I run the test, they are going to fail because I remove all the platform nonsense. There you go. Okay. That's okay. Cool. And then executor options, and I'm not going to pass anything here. Just going to pass this empty. I won. I won. Bill O. And this is going to be these apps project. Like that. Okay. And executable is going to be go. Okay, let's see if this run now. Okay, what are the issues? Go breach, fail, spec. Must be of type function, receive undefined. Okay, we'll be there in a second. What is failing here? Uh, uh, uh. Oh, I need to mock that? I don't want to mock that. I'm not passing the current working directory, that doesn't work anyways. Do I need that? I don't think so. Okay, let's do this. Let's just give one test. Okay, so no matches found. Okay. Okay, that worked. Um, hmm. Yeah, that's not the file. Okay, we found it now. So extract common working directory. Util extract current working directory is not a function. Because I'm mocking utils completely. Huh. That's the issue. I'm mocking this whole thing, including for this function. Hmm. Hmm. Extract project root. And I have here extract CWD. And how can I use the same implementation? Okay, let's do this. How can I use the original implementation for the extract CWD instead of the mock? Sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry. Okay, here we are. And so what is this saying? What is this saying? So it's saying that I can do CWD and it will just execute the same. Let's test this out. Let's keep it like that. And let's exit this and let's run the test again. NX run. Okay, what about you? Yeah, there is something about OpenCode that still doesn't work great for me. What a shame. but that's fine. We can do it ourselves. We are big boys. Okay. No value exists in scope for the shorthand property extract CWD. Either declare one or provide an initializer. Okay, so for this one, they are importing it. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. That's how they do it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay. Now. Okay. So. Root, source root, project root is apps project, and this is going to be called with build o dot dot dash stits. No, still should be called with that. So it's probably something on the setup here. So the root is this one, and then the current working directory has to be something like but why? I didn't change that logic, did I? Oh, okay. What is this function actually calling? What is this function actually getting called from with? Okay, so if we call this struct project root from context, and this is basically doing that. So if we go to the test again, what is the context? Oh, this is the, okay, yeah, there we go. What is the context here? The context is projects, project configurations, projects, project name, which is project. On here, the root is apps dash projects. Okay. And then is options.main is not pass. I'm just going to return the project.root Okay, yeah, this is okay. Just returning the project.root, which is this one. So that's the current working directory. I guess I do have to mock this up. Or change the root. So if the context is always going to be the same for all these, that's the current working directory. Okay. What if I go to the executor? So what is the executor doing? Saying, okay, this is my current working directory. And then when I'm trying to get the output path, it's saying, okay, give me from the workspace root. So that should not be affecting because this is independent of that. I need the workspace root and these project roots. Okay, yeah, I changed that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, because it's absolute now. I'm not using the relative anymore. Okay, 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 okay. But should I be using the absolute? No, the project the root itself is absolute. Okay, let's try this up. So let's say that that is the output folder, right? Which is still, yeah, probably this is not what we want, to be honest. This is probably what I had before. Is still like a good version of it. Yeah, because if that is the output we are calling, well, but I tested with the end-to-end test, didn't I? Okay, let's leave it like that. Let's assume that this is good, and let's just move on. And let's just move on. We'll go back to that later with when we are working with the end-to-end test. Okay, what is the problem now? Oh, this latch. Yes, I do need this slash. Nice. Okay, cool. So that's fine. And then I need to go and add one more test with the right. And I'm going to call the executor and I'm going to say main and it's going to be something like that could be. Okay, but why if it doesn't exist? Right? It will fail. Yeah, because it will check if it exists or not. Okay, yeah. Most are failing just because I need to add the this at the end. Okay, only a couple should be failing. Okay, so this is one is failing because dot instead of that. Should use the as run pass when main option is provided. Should execute build command using the main file. Okay. It seems like OpenCode actually created a few things. Okay, I'm running out of time, so I probably need to go out. But let's see if we can fix all these unit tests at least before I leave. Should execute build command using the main file. Command main.go doesn't exist in project. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was like imagining that could happen. What if you just say just like instead of the commands in, let's just keep it simple. This is probably going to fail as well because we don't have any project created. We are in a completely fake environment. So it's probably fail as well. Yeah, it still doesn't exist. I need to mock that function. That's fine. Main file command main.go doesn't exist in project. Okay, we're getting every time we use the main file, we're getting the same thing. That's the error, to be honest. So I need to mock this up somehow. And what I need to mock is the build output path. No, it's the one that we were, yeah, okay, it's the one we were mocking before. This one, we actually need to mock this one. This is the one that fails. Yeah. Not beautiful, but okay. I need to mock that one. Okay, so if we pass the main here, we want to return this slash command, right? And else we are going to return just the initial part. Just this. Let's see if this works. Oh, I'm missing. Are we good? No, we are not good. Oh yeah, I think we're good. And I'm going to remove that. Oh no, I'm missing something here. Okay, I think that fixes it. There you go. Boom. Okay, these tests are passing. I need to go to the end-to-end test, but that's going to be on a later session today. I need to go, but this was fun. See you around.